back to Ouachita News. I'm Sarah Collins here with Georgia Richards to keep you updated on all things Ouachita.
That's right, Sarah. We are so excited to tell you what has been happening on campus. It's been raining here the past couple of days. Jake, what does the weather look like the rest of this week?
The weather is sure different than last week, with temperatures cooling down and getting into the low 30s later this week. Today we have the highs in the upper 30s and upper 20s. Thursday and Friday we hit those slightly higher temperatures with the high of 37 and 48 and lows in the upper 20s. Saturday things are staying the same and we have a high of 43 degrees and a low of 28 degrees with a 50% chance of precipitation. Sunday will be warming up with a high of 55 and a low of 27. Monday temps are heating back up with a high of 59 and a low of 28. Tuesday we have a high of 63 and a low of 30. This is your Ouachita Weather Watch. Predictions are made by AccuWeather. Back to y'all.
Thanks, Jake. In the past couple of weeks, you might have seen several students running all over Ouachita's campus. Students have been meeting to run with fellow classmates early in the mornings. Caroline Derby has more on Healthy Celebrations, a running club here at OBU.
Mackenzie Hall, the founder of Healthy Celebrations at Ouachita, started her love for running at a young age, and it developed into running a marathon in college. This fostered her heart to encourage others to run and be healthy.
There were some girls who tagged me, and some of my friends too. They had like this huge giveaway Healthy Celebrations did on their Instagram page, because that's how I found out about them. And this was like in the middle of training for my marathon and everything. I was like, oh, if these girls can get out to run, like I can get out and run.
Healthy Celebrations is a nationwide female-led run club that inspires women to stay healthy and build community.
There's girls in Boston who are running, and then there's girls in small town Arkadelphia who are running. And so it's like all across, the nation, and like there's some in California too, but there's just girls who are going out to run every day. And I don't know, it's just cool to know that we're all part of like a bigger club, I guess.
Building community is Hall's favorite aspect of Healthy Celebrations, and she has met new friends through her run club.
So far, it's drawn in girls from all different areas at Ouachita who necessarily wouldn't get to mingle or mix, or like their paths wouldn't cross. So that's been really important to me. That's like the first thing, and then after that, it is being healthy. And I think a lot of girls who want to come, like they have to run, and like that's not the case at all. There's a ton of walkers, and there's also a ton of runners. And
Hall is passionate about living a healthy lifestyle and caring for yourself. She says college students sometimes forget about that.
And I think in college we often neglect our personal health, which is really bad for us, especially in this stage of life. But this is like built-in time, and it's with girls, and you're having fun, and it makes it a lot more bearable running 3 or 4 miles.
Follow Healthy Celebrations OBU on Instagram. For the Ouachita News Show, I'm Caroline Derby.
Thanks, Caroline. With all that running, students are going to need some fuel.
Well, here on campus, everyone has been so excited for the annual Ouachita International Food Festival, a world of flavor as they call it. Our friend Sarah has more on last night's event.
The International Food Festival is an exciting event that happens once a year during the month of February. I had the pleasure of speaking with Valeria and Gwyneth on this thrilling event.
Last year we didn't get to do it in person, but this year we got to do it in person, and it's great because everyone can cook their own dish. Last year we only have 5 countries represented, but this year we have way more, and people actually enjoy the cooking process.
This year, there are about 35 countries that are represented from all over the globe. The growth between this year and last year shows the importance that this festival has on the international students and whole campus alike.
So IFF is important because we don't really get to share our culture every year, or it's just a once-a-year thing. So it's really special because I feel like we're kind of underrated, and so this is the night where we get to just have the spotlight and just share with everyone on campus what means so much to us, and that's our home. And so it's really cool to just share these memories, and even our flag, and some of us get all dressed up with our national costume and stuff like that. And so it's very, very special just to share this really important piece of who makes us us. And so it's just very important for everyone to show up and support us, because we have a lot of international community on campus, and so it's really cool just to see everyone come and support us.
For the Ouachita News Show, I'm Sarah Collins.
After looking at all that food, I can't wait for next year's festival. Ouachita Athletics has had a busy past couple of weeks. Chase, what's going on in the Ouachita sports world?
Hello and welcome to this week's edition of the Roar Rundown. I'm Chase Hartzell. It's been a week full of excitement here in Tiger Nation, and we're here to bring you the latest. We start at Sully Anderson Field, where the Ouachita softball team took the field for 5 games against non-conference opponents this week. After sweeping a doubleheader against Central Baptist, OBU opened up weekend play in thrilling fashion against Midwestern State. Center fielder Heather Brown stepped up to the plate in the bottom of the 7th with a chance to walk it off. Here's Matthew Branch with the call.
The 1-2 popped up. That could be trouble. It's going to get down. They're going to send Wade around. Wade scores, and Tigers walk it off and win 2-1 over Midwestern State.
Ouachita's 2-1 victory on Saturday was the second of 3 wins for Tiger pitcher Madison Miller this week. She also claimed winning decisions against Central Baptist and Christian Brothers, compiling an earned run average of 0.67 while limiting opposing batters to a 145 batting average during the 3-game stretch. As a result of her excellent performance, the GAC named her Pitcher of the Week. The Tigers played a second contest on Saturday, falling to the number 20 team in the land, Texas A&M Kingsville. Ouachita would bounce back, though, with a 6-3 win over Christian Brothers on Sunday. They finished the week with a 4-1 record and will look to build on that momentum as they host Oklahoma Baptist this weekend in the first series of Great American Conference play. You can catch all of those games on OSDN.live. Now we move from one diamond to the other as the Tiger baseball team hosted Southern Nazarene in their GAC opener. Ouachita opened a doubleheader on Saturday with a 4-1 victory, and a 7-inning game was scheduled to take place immediately afterwards. After 7 innings, though, the Tigers and the Crimson Storm were knotted up at 4 runs apiece. With 2 away in the bottom of the 8th, freshman left fielder Isaac Knoll stepped up to the plate with a chance to win it. Here was the call.
Gorel sets. Here's the next pitch to the freshman. It's hit pretty well out to right field. Could this get down in the corner? It will! Good night, Arkadelphia. Tigers win! And Isaac Knoll is the hero of the day after being held hitless in the first game of this doubleheader.
This wouldn't be the only time that the Tigers won in a walk-off scenario either. One day later, Ouachita led SNU 10-4 with the bases loaded in the bottom of the 8th inning. Jackson Cheney stepped up to the plate in a pinch-hitting situation with his team needing 4 runs to finish with the Mercy Rule finish. Here's what happened next.
Owen taking his time. Now he sets. He's got his sign. Here's the 3-1. That one's hit pretty well out to left field. Left fielder going back. He's at the warning track. He's at the wall. Touch 'em all, Tiger. It's a grand slam. Game over. Jackson Cheney promptly unloads the bases, and now the arms from the bullpen rushing in as we have an unconventional walk-off home run, and it's a grand slam on top of it.
Cheney's grand slam served as his first home run of the year, and it secured the sweep for the Tigers in their first conference series. They tout a 6-4 overall record to go along with a 3-0 conference record as they travel to Oklahoma Baptist for their next series. The Ouachita Tiger Sharks had quite a weekend as well as they competed in the NSIS Conference Championships. The men's team finished 3rd while the women's team finished 4th, with the teams combining for 11 top 8 performances on Saturday. On Friday, Elijah Christensen also set a new school record for the 200-yard butterfly event, clocking in with a time just over 1 minute and 49 seconds for a 3rd-place finish. The day also included personal bests from multiple Tiger Sharks, and you can learn more about those in the recaps of last weekend's events on OBUTigers.com. Back on dry land, the Ouachita men's tennis team found themselves ranked number 17 in the country as they opened MIAA play with 3 matches in Kansas this past weekend. They swept Newman on Friday, their 3rd victory in a row. On Saturday, however, their winning streak was snapped at the hands of number 22 Washburn in a 4-0 bout. The Tigers weren't done yet, though, and finished the weekend on a high note with a sweep of Emporia State on the road. OBU is set to take on 3 non-conference opponents this weekend. The women's tennis team found themselves on the short end of a tight 4-3 finish against Rhodes on Saturday. They were set to take on Arkansas Tech on Tuesday. Inclement weather, though, has pushed that match back to Friday. The Tigers will then travel up to Conway for a doubleheader against Central Arkansas. Back on February 12th, the wrestling team wrapped up its season at the GLVC Championships with a 6th-place finish. Among the Tigers' standouts from the tournament was Jackson Carter, who finished with a perfect 3-0 day. Finally, we head over to Bill Vining Arena for an update on Ouachita basketball. Ouachita's men's team hosted East Central on Tuesday night, with Jacob Street recording a career-high 19 points. OBU fell to ECU in this Battle of the Tigers by a score of 75-63. Back on Saturday, the women's team took down Southeastern Oklahoma State in a 59-53 victory. Aspen Thornton topped the team with 16 points, bringing her season average to 22.7 points per game. That is the second highest scoring mark in the nation. Both the men's and women's teams will host SAU on Thursday for senior night at Bill Vining Arena, and that game will be available to stream live at osdn.live. Then on Saturday, the two squads will hit the road to face UAM. Those matchups will serve as the final games of the regular season for both teams. It is possible that we will see some inclement weather this weekend, so stay tuned to the Ouachita Athletics and OSDN social media pages. Full schedules and updates will also be available at obutigers.com. That's going to do it for this week's edition of the Roar Rundown. Georgia, Sarah, back to you.
Thanks, Chase. Well, that's all we have for you today, Ouachita. Be sure to follow us on Instagram at Ouachita News to stay updated with the latest Ouachita news.
We will see you next time, Tigers. Have a wonderful day.